So this is going to be another off-the-cuff little rant-ish type thing, I guess. No fancy editing for you today. There's an important lesson that I think children of today need to learn. I have kids that are 20 to 12, essentially. Well, she's 13 now. My youngest, my daughter, is going into junior high. Anyways, I know she's in junior high. God, time flies when you get old. At any rate, there's an important lesson, and I'm going to illustrate it by one of my earlier videos. The last time that I went to a jiu-jitsu tournament, I posted the video up and showed the bouts and the rounds and whatnot of my kids and myself. I placed gold within gi. I placed silver in no gi. I placed silver because I got my arm wrenched in a key lock and it hurt like an SOB and almost tore the ligaments in my shoulder because he snapped it on that quick and I'm just not that flexible. And then I had to go on to grapple with a guy that was about 280 and like 6'2". The guy was massive. He wasn't actually fat. He was just really tall and had a lot of muscle. So it was interesting. But at any rate, I lost. My son, my elder son, my 16-year-old now, he lost both his matches to a girl. Now, to be fair, and not embarrass him so much, this girl was good. She was an athlete. I heard her team saying, "It's a boy. What do I do? I don't know what to do over here," because they were the only ones in the same age group and the same weight class. Around the same thing. My son equally is like, because she was cute too, so he didn't know what to do at all. He was lost. So he tried to go in there and give it his best effort, and then got his butt whipped by her because he didn't know what to do, and she just got her head in the game, and it was over. She whooped him really good. He placed silver both times. My youngest son, he placed silver both times. He got really worked up, and he won his matches. He had to do 3 different matches because they had a lot in his age group. And he won 2 of his matches, so he already got into the top 3. And then it went for him to wrestle for the gold. And he froze. He choked. He panicked the first time. He didn't know what to do. And then the second match for the gi, he panicked so much that he almost passed out because he was holding his breath. He was so nervous about going for broke that he didn't know what to do. If he would have remained calm, he probably would have won. And then there was my daughter. My daughter went in, and she lost every fight. She lost every match that she did. And she was so angry and upset, even to this day, that she doesn't even want to look at the footage. She doesn't want to look at where she screwed up. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to know. She's just mad that she failed. Who in those groups do you think learned the best lesson out of all my kids? My elder son? No, not so much. He only had one other person to wrestle against, so it wasn't really a challenge, and he just met somebody that was better than him. So it was a lot like going to practice. My younger son, he learned how to lose. He was doing well and then lost. But his lesson wasn't about losing. It was about panicking. It was about fear. It was about getting tipped over to the point where you get so stressed out you freeze. You don't know what to do. The one that learned about losing is my daughter. And she learned it the hard way. She lost horribly in a match that we paid for, you know. We went there to compete. And she got her butt whooped. And she was extremely upset. She still is upset about it. She didn't want to talk about it. And she hopefully wants to do better next time is what she wants to do. At least she's told me that. I don't know if it's true or not. Because she does well in school. She does well everywhere else. Now, why do I bring these lessons up? I think it's an important thing to cover that losing is something the millennial generation, the 30s and the 40s, well, not so much the 40s, because Gen X, we're not stupid. It's the millennials just below us, the ones that would have been our younger brother and sister, AOC's age, the 30s, fresh out of college, few years here and there. They grew up in a generation where their parents, the boomer parents, the early Gen Xers, some of them, didn't teach their kids how to lose. They went to soccer clubs, they went out to the soccer community and everyone gets a participation trophy. They don't keep score, they just let you play the game. That's what they do. It's not that everybody gets a participation trophy, there's just no one keeping score, so nobody knows who won and lost except for the parents who are paying attention. And some of them care, and some of them don't. We go into other competitions across the board. All of them are participation. They don't know how to lose. Now in high school, they play some football and whatnot, and they still try to butter it up like this is a lost but. And they try to play it. But there's a lot of these kids that didn't do sports in college or high school that went and did sports with their families and the community stuff, but those things, you don't learn how to lose. These hard lessons are lost on these people. They tried to keep them safe. You called the terminology at once upon a time was helicopter parent. They're always hovering over their child to make sure they're out of danger constantly. Those type of people are the AOCs. They don't know how to lose. And they don't know how to do it gracefully. The reason why I bring this up, and I think it's an important lesson for every person to learn, any of you that have kids right now, still underage, under 18, help them lose. And don't get in the way of that lesson. That your instinct will be like, it's okay, don't worry about it, you'll try it, you'll do better next time, blah, 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 blah. No. Let them rile in the feeling of loss. They need to understand this feeling. They need to know that it's the true lesson there is not that you lost and get angry and frustrated and want to vent and take it out on whoever made you lose. And like, for example, the confirmation for the Supreme Court, everybody's like, pack the court, gotta pack the court. They pushed this person through. I can't believe they did this. La 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 la. Bullshit. Those are the same people that don't know how to lose. That's the thing. They don't. Instead, they want to change the rules. They want to change the game. They want to change the system. Any which way that they can get it so that, as they would like to put it, it's more equitable. It makes it fair for everyone. Life is not fair. Sometimes you have to lose in order to understand the gains you get from winning. Because if you win, especially when it's in things like that means you probably did something right. But if you win by cheating, there's nothing gained there. Might as well just handed you the shit at that point. It has more value when you earn the win. That is the most important thing to learn. And the more you lose, the more value winning has in that system. And I've lost plenty of times. Hell, I just told you that I got a silver because I got my butt whooped by a guy that was better than me. Clearly better than me. I won the gold as well because I was better than the other guy. But it was still a great match. I still shook his hand. Gave him the bro hug, what's up, bro? That thing. Got the handshake there. Gonna come around the side. What's up, bro? You got the arm in the way. Yeah. Anyways, this lesson is important. And it's one that I want everyone to consider teaching their children. Put them in sports or something. It doesn't matter what. Where the game is not rigged, where they cannot lose and don't know the experience of losing. This lesson is the most important, one of the most important lessons you can teach your children. How to lose gracefully. That is the key. That is the most important element. Yes, this is a little bit about more parenting than anything, but the thing is, the people that are having kids now are growing up in a situation where social justice fucking rules everything. And it's all about trying to make equity. So nobody's a loser, everybody's a winner. So everybody's treated the same or some shit. Some people you treat better than others. Don't give me your bullshit. If that was the truth and they lived by those principles, they wouldn't be taking a dump on Trump all the time. Because they would treat everyone equally and fairly, would they not? That is their mantra. That is their belief. You need to treat everyone equitable. Everyone gets the same fair treatment. They're not giving Trump the same fair treatment. So obviously that principle's broken. They don't even believe in their own principles. That's a principle that's not a principle. It's a non-principle. It's an oxymoron. It's whatever you want to call it. It doesn't exist because it's not true. At any rate, I think I'm going to leave it there. Those of you having kids right now, those in the range where they start being able to do things that are fun, make sure they learn to lose. Don't set them up for failure. That is another thing entirely you don't want to do. Put them in the situation where they have the opportunity to both win and lose. And if they're really good at it, they win a lot. And then all of a sudden they lose. That is going to be a great lesson for them. Because you shouldn't say, try better next time and all that other shit. No, it's like, what can you learn from that failure? Where's the opportunity? What did you do wrong? And how can you do that better? That's the lesson. That's the key. That's the lesson that AOC and her friends never learned. Because they had everything handed to them on a silver plate with helicopter pilots. As parents. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe, pass this sucker around because YouTube's algorithms hate people like me. You can't even search for my channel. Some of my videos, you search them by name, they don't even show up in the listing anymore. They used to. Buried 14 pages below the Alphabet Suit Network. But it doesn't. So, if you like it, please pass it along. Get other people to like me too, if you will. And I'll see you next time.